Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Bala Girivara Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Okay, we're getting an end. Gopi Jana Bala Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 We're on Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 7.
今天讲述的是国家本科第7章的第7个世界。
Matak parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya Mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana eva. Matak parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya Mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana eva. Matak parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya Mai sarvam idam protam sutre mani gana eva. One more time. Matak parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya Mai sarvam idam protam sutre mani gana eva. Word for word. Matak. Beyond.
高于于我。
Beyond me. Parataram. Superior.
高于
Anyat. No, not.
那
Anyat kinchit.
安呀品质
Anything else.
没有其他任何东西。
Asti.
阿斯
There is.
有
Dhanam jaya.
那那这样
O conqueror of wealth.
财富的征服者
Mai.
满意
In me.
在我之中
Sarvam.
撒放
All that be.
一切存在
Idam.
以当
Which we see.
我们看见的
Protam.
罗唐
Is strung.
细雨
Sutre.
书腿
On a thread.
在一根线上
Money. Gana.
那利跟那
Pearls.
珍珠
Eva. Like.
一把就像
English. Oh, conqueror of wealth. There is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread.
译文财富的征服者我是至高无上的真理我是万物的体系如线穿珠
Purport. There is a common controversy over whether the Supreme Absolute Truth is personal or impersonal. As far as Bhagavad Gita is concerned, the Absolute Truth is the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, and this is confirmed in every step. In this verse in particular, it is stressed that the Absolute Truth is a person, that the personality of Godhead is the Supreme Absolute Truth is also the affirmation of the Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchit Ananda Vigraha. That is, the Supreme Absolute Truth, personality of Godhead, is Lord Krishna, who is the primeval Lord, the reservoir of all pleasure, Govinda, and the eternal form of complete bliss and knowledge. These authorities leave no doubt that the Absolute Truth is the Supreme Person, the cause of all causes. The impersonalists, however, argues on the strength of the Vedic version given in the Shvetashvara Upanishad 3:10. Tato yad uttarataram tad arupam anamayam ya etad vidur amritas te bhavanti ate tade dukam evapyanti. In the material world, Brahma, the primeval living entity within the universe, said to be the supreme amongst the demigods, human beings and lower animals. But Brahma, beyond him, there is transcendence, which has no material form and is free from all material contamination. Anyone who can know him also becomes a transcendental, but those who do not know him suffer from the miseries of the material world. The impersonalist puts more stress on the word arupam, but this arupa is not impersonal. It indicates that the transcendental form of eternity, bliss, and knowledge is described in Brahma Samhita. Other verses in the Upanishad substantiate, I'll skip the Sanskrit. I know that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is transcendental to all material conceptions of darkness, only he who knows him can transcend the bonds of birth and death. There's no way for liberation other than this knowledge of that Supreme Person. Almost finished. There is no truth superior to that Supreme Person because he is supermost. He is smaller than the smallest, he is greater than the greatest. He is situated as a silent tree, and he illumines the transcendental sky, and as a tree spreads its roots, he spreads his extensive energies. From these verses, one concludes that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Absolute Truth, is the Personality of Godhead, who is all-pervading by his multi-energies, both material and spiritual.
要旨，关于至尊绝对真理是人格的还是非人格的问题，存在着普遍的争议。在佛家梵歌来看，绝对真理即至尊人格守护的 Krishna。佛家梵歌处处都证实这一点。这一诗节特别强调，绝对真理是一个人，至尊人格身手就是绝对真理。这也是 Brahma Samhita 梵天本集的论断。至尊绝对真理人格神手就是圣主 Krishna， 他是原始的主，他是快乐的源泉，他是 Govinda， 拥有永恒、全知、极乐的完美形象。这些权威经典不容置疑地确认绝对真理及至尊之人是万缘之源。然而非人格主义者肢解虽扎 Upanishad 第中的这段伟大经文，断章取义。原文如下：宇宙中的原初生物 Brahma 被公认为物质世界里的半神人，人和低等动物的至高者。然而 Brahma 之上有超然性的存在，没有物质形体，远离物质污染。认识他的也能超然，不认识的却要饱受物质世界的苦难。非人格主义者对无形 Arupam 一词强调的过头了。然而这个 Arupam 却并不是非人格的，而是指如上面所引梵天本集中所描述的永恒、极乐和知识的超然形体。水长奥义书的其他诗节对此做了具体的证实。我认识超然于一切物质概念之黑暗的至尊人格神手，只有认识他的人才能超越生死的自苦。除了认识至尊者之外，别无解脱之途。没有高于至尊者的真理，因为他就是最高的了。他比最小的更小，比最大的还大。他超然暗处，如同静止大树。他灵性的光灿照亮了整个超然天空，如同大树根蔓延，他巨大的能量四处扩展。从这两个诗节中可以得出结论：至尊绝对真理就是至尊人格神手，以物质和灵性的纵观能量遍存万有。Hare Krishna。
Jai Om Jnana Timirandasya Kananjana Shalakaya Chaksurmilitan Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swa Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sajajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahita Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedant Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Aschachade Satarane Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namane Namo Varshavanavi Devi Dayataya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayane Prabhave Namaha Namaste Gauravani Shrimurtaye Dinatarane Rupanuga Viruda Apasadanta Dvanta Harane Namo Gaurakishoraya Satchit Vairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Rasambode Padambudaya Tenam Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchit Ananda Namane Shri Gora Karuna Shakti Rupa Nuga Varayate Gora Virbhave Bhume Stram Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarva Bhoma Jagannataya Te Namah Vanchakalpa Trubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadnaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namani Gora Trishena Panchatatmakam Krishna Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhakta Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Shaktikam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Jayatam Sudato Pangor Mama Mandir Matergati Matsarvasya Padambo Jo Shishi Radha Madana Mohan Divyad Kalpa Jumada Shimad Ratnagara Singhasana Sto Shishi Radha Shila Govinda Devo Preshtalibi Sevimano Smarami Shiman Rasa Dasarambi Bang Savata Bang Shivata Tatastitaha Karshan Venu Sanar Gopi Gopina Sri Eshtunaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. All right, this is from this chapter, these middle 6 chapters is where Krishna really talks about himself and about bhakti.
那么在博伽梵歌中间的6章当中 ，Krishna 有仔细讲了有关于他自己以及愤爱的内容。
He's already mentioned it a few times, but here it becomes very specific.
那么这个我们已经讲过很多次，这一点这些的话是非常重要的内容。
So he's saying there's nothing beyond him, nothing is superior to him. Very clear.
他Krishna 清楚的宣告，没有什么是高于他的存在。
But it's such an issue. So many people think that the Supreme is not a person that even Arjuna asked later on at the end of chapter 12, what is better, the personal or impersonal?
但是呢，还是有一些人认为至尊是无形无相的，就好像Arjuna在第12章当中，他也问到，人格与非人格哪种方法更好？
So he's saying everything rests on him.
那么 Krishna 讲，一切都存在于他之中。
And then he gives an example as the pearls are spread on a thread.
他在这里举了一例子，
Any
就好像
necklace.
线穿珍珠。
You don't see the thread in the necklace.
在一个珍珠项链里，你看不见，表面上看不见，穿着珠子的线。
You only see the jewels or the beads or whatever it is.
你只看到珠子，
But if you cut the thread, then they all fall off.
但是如果你把线给剪 断了，那么这个珠子呢就会散落。
So Krishna is not visible. Everything is resting on him, but we can't see him. We have to know about him by hearing from him and from other scriptures.
Krishna 尽管是我们眼睛无法看见的，但是他却存在维系着一切。我们通过经典可以了解这一点。
So Prabhupada, when we have the prayer, it says Nirvisesha, Shunyavadi. Those are the two different kinds of Mayavadis.
圣帕帕，我们在献给圣帕帕的祷文中有Nirvisesha Shunyavadi 这两个词，这是指代两种
Prabhupada is
Mayavadi 的人。
He's saying he's come to defeat that and establish the personal understanding of Krishna.
祷文中讲到，那么他摧毁了这两类的 Mayavadi， 并确立了人格的哲学。
In Nirvisesha, that means no variety.
Nirvisesha 的意思就是没有多样性。
They say that ultimately everything is all one, it's all just one something.
他们认为终极而言，一切都是统一的。
Everything is ultimately the same spirit.
一切都是一样的。
And the Shunyavadi, Shunya means zero.
Shunya 的意思是零。
And everything is really nothing. Everything comes from nothing, and the goal is to become nothing.
一切空，一切最后归于空。
And that's generally the Buddha talk like that.
就好像佛
Not all
所
Buddhists,
讲
but
的。
many. So, but they're both really the same thing. When they describe what is oneness or what is zero, they talk about it like it's something, but they can't describe it. They want to remove the personality, the individual identity.
虽然这两类玛雅巴底称法不一样，但其实无论是一切都是一，或者一切都是空，总之来说，他们都是一样的。他们想要否定这个个体性。
Because in the material world, in the contaminated condition, different relationships and being a person can be very troublesome. So they speculate it'd be better to just not exist.
因为在这个物质的生活当中，无论是人际的关系啊，这些东西都是非常复杂以及非常让人就是很困扰的人，很烦恼的事情。因此呢，他们就觉得这个最好一切都是没有的，空的。
But because they have no knowledge of the uncontaminated existence of the spiritual world.
这是因为他们对于不受污染的灵性存在一无所知。
Where everyone is based on love and everyone is loving each other and to serve Krishna.
对于那种每个人都彼此相爱，一切都以爱为基础，都以对 Krishna 的服务为基础这种灵性存在，他们并不知道。
And there's much more variety because variety is the mother of pleasure.
而且在灵性的存在当中有无限的多样性，因为多样性是快乐的母亲。
And we see that, like, if we go and there's a big feast and there's many, many, many preparations, and we like that variety.
如果你去参加一个宴会，然后里面有宴会上有各种各样的美味的食物，这样子你会觉得很开心。从这一点
It's what, we look in the garden and there's many, many different kinds of flowers. It's very pleasing.
那这个另外一个例子就是，你看着一个花园，花园里有各种各样的鲜艳的花朵，那么这样子你就也会很心情愉悦。
And we like to travel and see different cultures and different types of architecture and different types of geography and people and languages. It's interesting.
人们也喜欢去到各个地方旅行，看那里的不同的建筑、地形、地貌、当地的人们和当地的语言，这些都会让人觉得很有吸引力。
But if it's not being used for Krishna, then it's Maya. But if we're thinking how to offer these things to Krishna and use them in Krishna's service, then it's spiritual.
但是如果这些事物跟 Krishna 没有关系的话，就是玛雅错觉。但是如果把这些多样性都供奉给 Krishna 的话，那么就是奉爱服务。
So we have a very nice purport here with some very nice references to scriptures, Vedas.
那么在伟大的经典当中，有一个非常有意思的诗节。
The first one mentioned, of course, Brahma Samhita. We all know that one. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachit Ananda Vigraha. That's a lot. It says very much there. The same thing, Ishvara Parama Krishna. The same thing Krishna is saying, there's nothing superior to me. And Lord Brahma is saying, there's nothing superior to Krishna. He's a supreme controller.
第一个世界呢是引自于 Brahma Samhita 这本书的话，大家都是耳熟能详的。至尊绝对真理，人格神手就是圣主 Krishna， 他是原始的主，他是快乐的源泉。那么Krishna 说没有比我更低，然后主 Brahma 说没有比 Krishna 更高的真理。
So like Narada Muni, he saw Brahma, his father, creating everything and being so powerful. So at first he was thinking he must be supreme.
那么那穆尼他以为他的父亲 Brahma 他创造了一切，那么这 Brahma 肯定就是至尊的。
But then he saw that Brahma was doing tapasya and he was doing meditation. So then he asked him, who is superior to you? Who is it that you're serving?
但是他发现 Brahma 呢，他也在做苦行，也在冥想，所以他就问主 Brahma， 那还有谁比你更高吗？
And then Brahma teaches him all about Krishna.
然后 Brahma 就教导了Narada Muni 所有有关 Krishna 的知识。
And then he tells him, you go and teach this all over the universe.
然后他就给你讲，你现在把这个知识交给宇宙中所有的生物。
And we have that same order. Because we're followers of Narada Muni, so we're supposed to preach as much as possible, whatever small universe we're in.
那么我们也有得到了相同的命令，因为我们都是在追随Narada Muni，无论我们生活在怎么样小的一个世界上，我们都应该去传播这个知识。
Whether it's just our family or our local group of friends, but however much we can, we want to teach about Krishna.
无论是在我们自己的家庭里，还是在当地的一个小的朋友圈子里，我们应该尽可能的去传播这个知识。
And then in this verse also, Brahma gives a very, very important thing we have to remember. Sat Chit Ananda Vigraha. That Sat means knowledge. No, Sat means eternal. Eternal.
那么接下来在同一个世界当中，主 Brahma 给出了非常重要的信息，就是至尊主是 Satchit Ananda， 沙的意思是永恒。
Krishna is eternal. There's no beginning and no end.
Krishna 是永恒的，他没有开始也没有结束。
And Chit is full of knowledge.
Chit 的意思是充满知识、全知。
And Ananda means bliss, means not happiness, but just a natural state of ecstasy that has no real cause. It's just natural.
Ananda 的意思是极乐，那么这个极乐呢，不仅仅是指快乐，而是指人的生物它自发的、自然的这种极其喜乐的状态。
It doesn't depend on the external situation or different things, or, it's just natural to be totally blissful.
那么
Undisturbed.
这种喜乐呢，是自发自然的，而不依赖任何外在的条件，只是自然的这种喜悦，发自内在的自然喜悦。
And because we're part and parcel of Krishna, that's also our nature.
因为我们是 Krishna 的不可分割的所属部分，因此呢，这些也是我们所具有的本性。
And then to clear it up is Vigraha. Vigraha means a form. He's a person, he has a form. It's not an unknown undefined thing. It's a person, a form, a beautiful form.
接下来以 Vigraha 这个词来表明的观点，就是说真主他是一个有个形象的、有形体的，是非常完美的形体。
Then the rest of that verse is Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam, that Krishna has no beginning. He doesn't come from someplace. That's what eternal means.
Krishna 他没有开始，就是他不是从其他的源头而来。
Sometimes even when we say Krishna is the origin of everything, and the beginning, and the middle, and the end, and someone will ask, well, where does Krishna come from? If he's the most supreme origin of everything, he doesn't come from anywhere.
有时候人们会说
Everything comes from him.
Krishna 是没有过是一切，他没有过去现，他是没有过去现在和将来。但是呢，有时候人们还是会问，那么 Krishna 从哪里来？但是我们知道 Krishna 他是一切的源头，一切都从他而来，他就是源头。
So, Anadir Adir, he has no beginning, but he is the beginning of everything else.
他尽管没有开始，但是他也是万事万物的开始。
And Sarva Karana Karanam, he's the cause of all causes.
他是所有原因的原因。
You know, the scientists, and they're looking what caused this to happen. Why did this happen? Why did this airplane crash? Why was there a flood? You know, they want to find out the reason. And they find out the, immediate cause, but the ultimate cause behind everything is Krishna.
那么科学家呢非常喜欢探究事物的原因比方说这个飞机为什么会爆炸这个洪水怎么会泛滥？但是呢，他们所发现的都是中间的原因一切背后终极的原因是 Krishna。
And then we see that Prabhupada and the Acharyas, they often quote different original Vedas because many people say, well, Bhagavad Gita, that's not original. So we had to back up the statement. So here's another one from the Shvetashvara Upanishad.
圣帕帕德在要旨中会引述很多伟大经的内容，因为有些人他们会声称佛家梵歌不是最初的伟大经典，那么因此圣帕帕德在这里也引述了水塔乌帕尼萨的伟大经中的内容。
So in the material world, Brahma is the original being within the universe, and he's supreme above all the demigods and everything else, all the humans, all the animals.
在物质世界呢，Brahma 梵天他是最高的生物体，他创造了一切生物，因此呢，他高于这个世界上的所有半身人和低等的动物。
So even Narada Muni, when he first saw Brahma, he was thinking he must be supreme because he could see that he's creating everything, and demigods and demons and everything he's creating, the planets.
因此，Narada Muni 他刚开始一见到主 Brahma 的时候，他以为主 Brahma 就是至尊，因为他看到主 Brahma 创造了这宇宙中的所有一切，包括半身人、恶魔，所有的生物。
But then he saw that he was praying and meditating. So then he thought there's something beyond him.
但是他看见主 Brahma 他也在冥想，因此呢，他就想肯定有什么高于 Brahma 的源头。
So it says beyond Brahma there's transcendence.
在这个世界中讲到，在 Brahma 之上呢是超然的存在。
That has no material form and no material contamination.
没有物质的形体，也没有物质的污染。
And it says anyone who can know Krishna and know him becomes also transcendental.
任何人如果能够了解 Krishna 的话，也会变得超然。
And that's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yo Veti Tatpataha. If anyone just knows me and knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities, then they don't have to take birth again in this material world. They become transcendental, just to know Krishna.
Krishna 在《博伽梵歌》中会讲到，任何人了解我的出生以及活动的本性的人，就能够不在这个物质世界中投生。
So we try to understand the good fortune that we know about Krishna or something, and we're able to chant the name of Krishna.
因此，我们应该感到我们非常的幸运，能够了解对 Krishna 有所了解，能够唱诵他的圣名。
And we're able to read the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam.
我们可以有机会读到《博伽梵歌》圣典《博伽瓦坛》。
This great special mercy.
因此这些都是盛大的仁慈。
So the Mayavadis, they get these words like no form and no, they think that means it's a void, nothingness, but it means no material, temporary form. Krishna has a Satchitananda form, blissful, eternal form. It doesn't get old, it doesn't get sick, it doesn't die, it can't be destroyed.
那些玛雅巴提他们认为这个至尊者是没有形体的，但是他们不了解至尊者他有的是一个灵性的永恒全知极乐的完美形体。那么他至尊者的形体的话，他是不会衰老、不会生病、不会死亡的。
Now I want to remind devotees that are listening, if you come up with any questions while you're listening, you should send them in so we don't have to, you can think about it earlier. Okay?
好的，分享者们，如果你们现在有问题的话，可以提前就是打在对话框上，对话框上就是在讲课之前，大家可以提前提出来，这样子不需要在中间等待了。
So then Prabhupada quotes even more verses from the Svetashvara Upanishad.
接着从这个Svetashvara Upanishad 当中引用了。
And actually, it's the verses just before the other one. Vedaham etam purusham mahantam adityavarnam tamasa parastat tameva viditvati richameti nanyat panta vidyate yanaya yasmat param naparam asti kinchit yasmin naniyo no jayo sti kinchit Viksha eva stabdo divi tishtati ekas tanedam purnam purushena sarvam. Somebody's speaking and he says, I know the Supreme Personality of Godhead who is transcendental to all material conceptions of darkness.
有些人他们会说，我认识超然与一切物质概念黑暗的至尊人格神手。
Only he who knows him can transcend the bonds of birth and death.
只有认识他的人才能够超越生死的束缚。
And there's no way for liberation except that, except to know the Supreme Person.
除了认识至尊者之外，别无解脱之途。
And Krishna says that in the Bhagavad Gita many times about himself.
Krishna 在《博伽梵歌》中多解释了有关他自己的内容。
Bhakti mam abhijanati yavan. Only by bhakti to me, knowing Krishna really means that you'll serve Krishna.
那么只有通过奉爱 Bhakti 才能够了解 Krishna。那么了解 Krishna 与服务 Krishna 没有区别。
That's the only way to really get liberated. The only way to be truly out of the material world is to be connected to the origin of everything, to Krishna.
因为这个物质世界呢，终极而言，一切都与 Krishna 联系在一起，服务这个活动的终极的原则。
So this Upanishad also says there's no truth superior to that Supreme Person. Exactly what Krishna said in this Mata Padacham, there's no truth superior to me.
奥义书中讲到，除了 Krishna 之外，没有高于 Krishna 之外的真理。
He's smaller than the smallest, and he's bigger than the biggest.
他比最大的还大，比最小的还小。
And Krishna says that also in the Bhagavad Gita many times. I'm within everything, but everything is within me also.
Krishna 在《博伽梵歌》中也多次讲到，我存在于一切之中，同时一切又在我之中。
So that's the inconceivable nature of Krishna. That, he's bigger than the biggest, he's the biggest, and he's the smallest also.
那么 Krishna 他既比最大的还要大，因此他是最大的，同时呢，他又是最小的。这一点的话是很不可思议的。
He's the oldest, he's the original, but he's always young.
他是最老的，他是一切的源头，但是他也永远年轻。
Like there's a famous painting of God, a Christian painting in
就好
Rome.
像在基督教中有一张神的肖像。
So they know God is the oldest person. So they picture him with a very long beard, long beard. He's the oldest.
因为人们知
Old
道
man.
这个神呢他是最很长的胡子的这样一个老人。
But Krishna is always young. He's the oldest, but he's always young.
但是 Krishna 却永远年轻，尽管他是最古老的人。
So he's everywhere with his energies. He has many unlimited different energies, and they're everywhere, and their energies are doing everything, creating, maintaining, and annihilating the material universes.
他以他不可计数的种种能量展现了一切，是这些能量展现了创造、延续和毁灭。
So we can know Krishna by hearing about him.
因此，我们通过聆听有关 Krishna 的内容来了解 Krishna。
From him or from others who know about him.
我们从 Krishna 本人以及从了解 Krishna 的人那里来聆听。
And we have to accept that Krishna says everything material and spiritual comes from him.
那么，我们也应该得出结论，就是无论是物质的还是灵性的，都是来自于他。
So starting from this verse, and Krishna starts to say how we can see him everywhere.
因此，通过这个事件，我们就可以看看我们如何能够在万事万中看到 Krishna。
So Krishna is not just saying this, and it's a fact. He can say over and over again, me, I'm the greatest, everything is within me, I'm this, because it's true. And we like to hear it.
Krishna 呢不是说讲的，那么 Krishna 的存在是事实，他不能讲到一切都在我之中，我又存在于一切之中。Krishna 是真实的。
When we hear an ordinary person, even a rich man or a famous person, talking about how great they are, nobody likes to hear that. They think, what a proud, puffed up person. But Krishna is not proud and puffed up. He's just saying the truth.
当我们看到有一些就是世俗人，他们一个可能非常有钱或者是非常有地位的人，他们在夸夸其谈、自吹自擂的时候呢，我们很反感。但是 Krishna 他反复强调他的伟大的时候，因为这是事实，因此我们很喜欢反复的听。
And Krishna said in verse 3 that, very few people know about Krishna. It's very rare. So we have to understand what special mercy we're getting and always be thanking Lord Chaitanya and Prabhupada and whoever helped us that we're able to know Krishna because it's very, very rare in the material world.
Krishna 在这一章的第3个世界当中讲到，就是能够了解他的人是非常非常罕有的，因此我们应该感到非常的幸运，能够得到主 Chaitanya， 然后有圣帕帕的以及所有在圣爱之途上帮助我们的人的仁慈，让我们能够了解 Krishna。
And Krishna has arranged for us not only that we just know, yeah, I know Krishna, but we're able to serve Krishna.
那么我们了解了这一点之后，了解 Krishna 之后，并不是说我现在我知道 Krishna 了，不是，我们应该努力的去服务他。
We've been given the Maha Mantra, the best way to serve Krishna, just chant the holy name of Krishna.
我们已经被给予了这个 Maha Mantra， 因此呢，我们通过念诵这个曼陀罗是服务 Krishna 的最好的方法。
And probably there's so many devotees and there's so much facility for us to associate with devotees and get and hear more Krishna, learn more about Krishna by hearing from other devotees.
同时呢，我们身边还有很多奉献者，我们可以接触到这些奉献者，跟他们在一起，通过他们了解更多的 Krishna 有关 Krishna 的内容，去聆听有关 Krishna 的内容。
So everybody wants to hear beautiful things or see beautiful things, hear beautiful music, but it's all coming from Krishna.
每个人都喜欢看好看的东西，听优美的音乐，但是这一切美的都是来自于 Krishna。
If we see a beautiful painting of a beautiful mountain or a beautiful forest, we'll think, who is the artist?
当我们看到一幅非常美的画，非常美的高山、平原的景致的时候，我们就会想，这是谁是作者呢？
So when we see the real mountain or we see the beautiful flowers and whatever it is, we should think, who created all this? This is so wonderful.
当我们看到画中的美景的时候呢，我们会想这个画是谁画？但是当我们看到真实的这个美丽的景致、美的花朵的时候，我们也会想这些是谁创造的？
So that's what Krishna said previously, Tad Yonini Bhutani. I'm the source of all the material and spiritual energy. It all comes from me.
那么就是 Krishna 前面所讲到的，我是所有万事万物的源头，物质的以及灵性的都来自于我。
And Krishna is saying, he's the ability in man. These things come up later. He's the light and the sun and the moon. So all these things, we want to be reminded of Krishna, and then we get more enlivened to chant the holy name and to tell other people about Krishna, which is his very special mercy. Not only to know about Krishna, but to be able to tell others about Krishna. That is a very, very special mercy of Lord Chaitanya, but he's giving that to everyone.
当我们知道，就是强者的力量也是来自于他，那么日月的风华都来自于他。这样的时候，我们就会越来越热切的去唱颂 Krishna 的荣耀、Krishna 的圣名。然后，当我们同时，我们也更热切的想要把这个消息告诉给其他更多的人。所以，这是来自主权丹娘特殊的人子。
So let's remember. This verse is a good one for everyone to remember. Matag Parataramnanya. There's no truth superior to me. That's Krishna.
因此呢，这个世界是给了我们一个非常令人欣喜的消息，就是除了 Krishna 之外，没有更高的真理。
And everything is resting on him. We can't see him, but how he's doing that, but we understand that he is, and there's no other explanation for him.
我们会看得到一切是如此奇妙的，这个有他在维系着。
Okay, so did any questions come yet?
Yes. One question from Kirtana. 请问咕噜 ，Krishna 是不经出生就存在的，我们这些个体灵魂也是跟他一样不经出生就存在的吗？如果是这样 ，Krishna 和个体灵魂应该是同时存在的。为什么我听说最初只有 Krishna 独自一个人，甚至连 Radharani 和 Balarama 也不在呢？Maharaj, Krishna it exists without birth, take birth.
Yeah.
So we are is also exist without birth. If this is a fact, Krishna, does that mean Krishna and the individual exist and even Radha and Balrama are not existed that time.
No, all the spiritual world, everything is always there. Wherever there's Krishna, all those things are there all at the same time.
那么在灵性的这个世界当中呢，一切都是存在着，就是同时存在着的。
But it does say like Balaram is the first expansion of Krishna, but that's like immediate. As long as there's Krishna, everything else is there also.
那么我们当然也说 Balarama 是 Krishna 的第一重扩展，但实际上这种扩展或是存在，它是即时存在的，就是当 Krishna 一存在的 Balarama 它就扩展。
And actually, we don't take birth. The soul doesn't take birth or die, but we think we do. The body does. And when we
那么我们实际上我们呢，作为灵魂的话，我们也是永恒存在着的。但是呢，这个出生只是这个躯体在经历出生而已。
So, but the souls also exist eternally.
那灵魂呢，它也是就是永恒存在的。
But sometimes the souls that are fallen then they get sometimes unconscious. So it's like they don't exist because they're in an unconscious, covered over condition.
有时候呢，灵魂因为堕落坠入物质存在，它被深深的覆盖，那么它的知觉呢就很被覆盖，基本上就是好像没有知觉一样。所以呢，
So what the Bhagavad Gita says that for the soul there's neither birth nor death.
博家梵歌中讲到，灵魂呢它是不经历出生和死亡的。
But we think there is because we're bewildered and covered over.
那么，因为我们受到迷惑，被覆盖了，因此呢，我们会误认为灵魂是会经历生死的。
So when it's our birthday, we have a party and everybody gets all excited. Oh, I took birth. But actually, that's a fallen condition.
当我们在就是生日的时候呢，人们都来庆祝，祝贺我们生日快乐，然后大家都很开心。但实际上，这是一种堕落的状态。
And we worry about death, but the soul doesn't die, but when the body dies, and we have to leave the body.
那么人们也会担心死亡，但是死的只是躯体，灵魂不会死，只是离开了躯体而已。
So, if we think we're the body, then it's a lot of anxiety too.
因此，如果我们总在这个躯体层面上思考问题的话，那么总是会充满种种焦虑。
Okay. How?
可以。Okay. Next question also from Kirtana. 第二个问题，请问咕噜，我经常遭到别人的误解和讨厌，这是不是因为我没有取悦他们心中的超顶，还是什么原因呢？我应该怎么做呢？是主动取悦他们好，还是只是的服务就可以了？因为有时我想服务和取悦别人，但只是遭到别人的蔑视。Maharaj, I usually be misunderstood and discussed by others. Is that because I didn't please the super soul in their heart, or it is caused by other reasons?
I didn't hear the first part clearly.
Okay, and I usually being discussed and misunderstood by others. Is that mean I didn't please the super soul in their heart, or is there any other reasons?
Could be many, many reasons. Because in the material world, there's so much problems with communication. Other people don't listen to what we say. Maybe we don't explain things exactly clearly.
那么当然是有 还是有很多很多其他原因的。因为在物质世界当中存在当中呢，人跟人之间沟通呢总是存在的问题。有时候呢，别人可能没有听清楚你的意思；有时候呢，你可能没有充分的表达你的意思。
That's just a common problem. But of course, if we were completely pure and letting Krishna speak through us, maybe everything would be much better.
这是一个非常普遍的现象。但是如果我们让自己保持在一个很纯粹的状态，然后通过Krishna 来表达一切的话，那么事情情况可能会有所好转。
But there was a very popular song back when I was young, and the singer said, "I'm just a soul whose intentions are good."
那么，当我年轻的时候，呢，有这样一首流行歌曲，歌中唱到：“那我只是一个有着善意的愿望的灵魂。”
Please don't let me be misunderstood.
请你不要让我被误解。
One devotee had a rock band before he was a devotee, and the name of the band was The Misunderstood.
有一位奉献者呢，他当时有一位奉献者，他在成为奉献者之前有一个就是摇滚乐队，那么这个乐队的名字就叫误解。
Now, ultimately, probably we don't understand ourselves, therefore other people don't understand us.
但是总体而言呢，是因为我们自己都无法理解我们自己，也使得别人无法理解我们。
But other people also, they're not paying close attention. They're in their own world. They see things their own way. That's why we want to mostly chant and talk about Krishna, and then we get more and more purified, and we can be happy in a spiritual platform.
那经常的情况就是，其他人呢，他们也会生活在自己的世界当中，那不能很专心的去聆听你，以及他们用他们自己的观点来看待这个问题。因此呢，我们就会总是会有误解，所以呢，我们会越来越想通过念诵圣语，能够跟至真主交流，然后让我们能够得到更多的净化，在灵性的层面上，处在灵性层面上。
Does that make sense?
这个您这上的回答对您会有所帮助吗？非常感谢 Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj. Actually, you answered the questions and the follow questions the Prabhu present. 好的，那么您刚才这个 Kirtan 的您刚才提的问题的后半部分 ，Maharaj 在回答中也提到了。我是不是再重复一下
Okay. Any more questions? Today is the appearance day of Tamal Krishna Goswami.
今天是 Tamal Krishna Goswami 的显现日。
So I'm sure there's a lot of things going on there in your country.
所以可能在中国的话有很多节目会。
I'm here in Bangkok, and Sringa Maharaj is here.
那么 Maharaj 呢，他现在是在曼谷，跟你身上Maharaj 在一起。
So in about 1 hour from now, he'll be giving a class about Tamal Krishna Goswami on the YY.
那么1个小时之后呢，你身上 Maharaj 他会在 YY 上讲一堂有关于 Tamal Krishna Goswami 的这个荣耀。
He is one of the first to go into China with Tamal Krishna Swami, so he has a lot of good things to say, you know.
那身上 Maharaj 他是到 Tamal Krishna Goswami 最早进入到中国传播 Krishna 知觉的，因此呢，Maharaj 有很多关于这个 Goswami 内容可以讲。
So I hope many people can tune in. There'll probably be a lot of festivals today anyway, later on, but
尽管可能今天大家没有庆祝活动，但是呢，以后可能也会举行。那么，Maharaj 也希望大家 家今天都能够抽时间来聆听迪城 Maharaj 的讲课。Hare Krishna Maharaj, there are still questions.
More question?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, one is I haven't finished the question about the question, and the devotee said that what should I do is to try to please them or try to do my own service, because I really want to serve and please others, but the result you are into is getting others discuss. I think you have answered the question.
Yeah, well, we should try to please Guru and Krishna, and if we do that nicely, everyone will be pleased with us.
所以呢，对于Kirtan 呢，这里后半部的问题呢，马老师说，就是我们应该尽力去取悦 Guru 和 Krishna， 当我们能够很好的去取悦他们的时候呢，其他人也会满意的。
That's the only way we can please everyone.
这是我们取悦其他人的唯一方法。
Krishna says, for one who is, really loving me, then everyone will love that person.
Krishna 说，一个真正爱我的人，每个人都会爱他。Okay, Maharaj, another question.
Okay.
From P.P. Krishna. Krishna 是 Satchitananda， 我们也是 Satchitananda， 有什么区别吗？至少我们是小 Krishna。Krishna is Satchitananda and we Satchitananda. Is there any difference? Does that mean at least we are small Krishna?
Again, can you repeat that?
Krishna is Satchitananda. We are also Satchitananda.
Yeah.
Is there any difference between two? At least we are small Krishna.
Yeah, well, Krishna has unlimited knowledge and we have very limited knowledge.
那么两者是有区别的。那么 Krishna 具有无限的知识，但是我们呢我们的知识是有限的。
But the quality is the same.
但是这品质呢是一样的。Maharaj and devotee that at least we are small Krishna. Is that right?
Not exactly small Krishna. We're part and parcel of Krishna, but Krishna is the supreme origin of everything. And we are like Krishna, but not Krishna. We're imitations sometimes.
那么我们是小 Krishna， 这种说法呢并不准确。那我们准确说法是我们是 Krishna 的极其微小的组成部分。那么 Krishna 是一切的源头，那我们是它的微小组成部分。
We are servants of. We have to think. I'm a small servant of Krishna.
我们应该想，我们是 Krishna 的非常微不足道的微小的仆人。
We're trying to be small Krishnas. We want to be the controller. We want to be the enjoyer. We want to be the center of attention. We want everyone to love us.
的确，我们错误的想要成为一个小的 Krishna， 我们希望自己能够成为所有人关注的对象，我们希望成为所有事物的控制者等等。
Okay?
可以吗？好。那你们还有问题吗？没有问题了。Okay, Maharaj, no more questions come.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
非常感谢大家。
谢谢。Soyo Rongyo Gui Fu Fang Sha Ja. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sitamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Gaur Premanandi, Hare Hare Bo.